Oh, hey, you caught me cleaning up here from the last video. Put all this stuff away from the cookies, which have to sit for a while because you guys are so indecisive, or I guess you were very decisive. I don't know if you guys teamed up on this. Did you guys team up on this? I think you guys teamed up on this. Anyways, cleaning up from the last. We're gonna call it an episode. It feels like it. Real quick, and then we're gonna get started here on Philly cheesesteaks. You into that? I know I am. See you soon. I want to show y'all something that I just learned. Where the ribs are, the white part or whatever, is like here. So if you cut from here to here, you won't get no white part, which is the bitter part that you don't want. Check this out. So, see, bam, there's some white part I missed on that one, but bam, bam, and then this one I missed a little on one side, but you can see what I'm talking about. Try it at home, practice, you get better than me. You got these, they're done, they're ready, they got no rib on it. Boom. Whoop. Boom. Should go right through them. Onion, check it out. I cut off the end, but I left the root. Now I'm lucky this root is off center. You don't want to cut the root. What you want to do is cut right next to the root. Bam. Okay, cut next to the root. This will prevent the fucking gas and all that whatnot. Then find the next thin part. Peel it back. If you lose a little bit of the onion, nobody cares. It's done. Boom. Grab. Peel. You'll see I'll get some of the thickness. It doesn't matter. There's plenty of onion to go around. And look. It's fine. At this point, you got a thick onion. You want to cut that sucker right about in half. Boom. It doesn't have to be perfect. Boom. Boom. And then from here, we're just going to boom. Boom. Then we get chunks. Chunk, chunk, chunk. That hit the ground. Good thing it's garbage anyway. Boom. That was pretty easy. Now you try. Those onions go in a bowl if you're not ready to use them. Now, most onions will come in a plastic bag. So why don't you take that plastic bag and cover that bowl and pull it tight, get all the air out, and then twist it off. And then now, while you're doing the rest of your prep, your eyes aren't burning. Just thought, try it for yourself and let me know what you think. Alright, as I was saying, we're doing Philly cheesesteaks. This is not a difficult meal to make. It takes a little bit of time. It's a bunch of really simple ingredients. Just starting off the bat, I've got some neutral oil in here, and just to class it up a little bit, I threw a little bit of duck fat in there. But right off the bat, what we want to start doing, take our onions. I'm not gonna say it. And we're gonna caramelize these a bit before we throw our meat on, but just to get some good flavor going in there, like I said, I got that duck fat going, and while this is cooking, I started off at like a medium high, I'm about to reduce it down to a medium, let it cook for like a while. I've got my ribeye cooling off in the fridge, kind of like firming up a bit so I can shave it down. We're going to do some really thin slicing here in a second. I'm going to show you that. And then once these are about ready, I am going to throw the meat in so that way they absorb some of the meat flavor as well. And that's going to make them extra bomb. Now, while that's doing that, I also have some red peppers that I'm going to throw in the oven. I've got the oven set to 425. It's pretty hot. It's not heated up. I just turned it on. So this is going to kind of bring them up to temp as it goes. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're going to try it out and see what it thinks because I only have one pan. So, and it goes. By the time that goes off, those will probably be done. Is the goal. So, while we wait for that, and these, I'm going to coat those real good. Oh, lost one, saved it. These are really well coated. I'm going to use a little bit of salt to make them sweat, make this caramelize just a little bit faster. So I got these are brand new. Boom. That's going to bring out some of the moisture and the sugars. It'll get nice. So while we do that, let's slice this beef. Alright, we got a couple ribeyes here. I probably should have set in the freezer for just a little bit longer, but we're going to just attempt to slice these down real thin. So, get your sharpest knife. Make sure it's good and sharp. Give your onions one more flip. And we're going to slice them right down the way. We're trying to go against the grain here. If you can get some fat bits, that's great. Chop those up and throw them in with your onions while they're cooking to give it a nice fatty, meaty flavor to your onions as they cook. Super good. If I can even pick it up. Boom. Oh, this spot. Bam. So you'll probably get a little bit of that as you go. In fact, I see a chunk right here I can probably just pull off and just set in there, which is great. I'm going to slice it up a little bit. Woohoo! Almost took my finger with it. That's okay. Alright, so got this skin here. We're going to just go ahead and remove that. No big deal. Piece of fat. Throw that off in there. I gotta remove this too. Really good. Bam. Alright, back to slicing. I'm just trying to do thin strips. Boom. Boom. Got a little bit more of that skin. We're going to try and get that off. I'm going to come over here and just zip. Zip it to doo-dah. Get that off. Boom. Back to slicing. Just like that. All your steak, thin strips. Let me know when you're done. Alright, we've got a good caramelization. This is just a really light caramelization because we're about to throw meat in there as well. Alright, and over here we got our mixture going for our Cheese Whiz. That's right, I couldn't find Cheese Whiz, so we're making homemade Cheese Whiz. Couldn't find Cheese Whiz, so doing it all. We do the extra for you. For you. We love you. Anyway, enough of that mushy stuff. Steak in there. Forgot to turn this up, but that's okay. It's all gonna cook anyway. But yes, yummy delicious steak is now in there. We're gonna start cooking that down so that gets nice and juicy. It's a little bit of flavor from the onions and vice versa. Right now, while I got it all fresh and delicious, we're gonna hit it with some fresh sea salt. Oh yeah, and some black pepper. 'Cause I love pepper. Hey, that up, pepper. A lot of pepper. That's cool. That's cool like that. All right. So I just touched my nose. I'll wash my hands real quick. All right. Oh yeah, that's starting to cook. We've got a little bubble over here. All right, at this point, what I want to do is I want to start loading in American cheese. You can see I started to slice that up. We're going to start throwing pieces in, a little bit here and a little bit there. And also, some medium cheddar cheese. Oh, if I can get it open. My hands aren't working. Put some medium cheddar cheese in there. And also, some mustard powder. That was supposed to be much cooler. But, throw some mustard powder in there, give it a little extra flavor. We're going to start mixing this together and incorporating it into it. Make a nice cheese whiz, cheese sauce for us. Alright? So, we're going to come back in a few minutes when everything is done. If you have any questions about the cheese sauce, it is a little bit of milk, a little bit of sugar, a block of cheese, a block of butter, and we start throwing cheese into it. And we're going to cook it down until it gets thick. So, I'm going to come back in a few minutes, show you where we're at. Clump that up. Wish me luck. All right, here's the fun part. We get to assemble these things. Now, I pre-cut some rolls. I pre-cut some rolls. What I didn't show you is, I'm going to take some of this bread out. Boom. Alright, we can leave the top, whatever, but I'm going to do this to both of them. And this is just going to give us a little bit more room for the good stuff. Oops. I'm going to put that back because I was taking that out of the top of it. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to take it out of the bottom of it. Alright, and there's a couple ways you can do this. But, let's see here. Get this meat. Alright, one way. Get your mayo. Put your mayo on there. Right. Other side. Ketchup. Boom. Then we come over here. And take these meat and onions. Throw that on there. Boom. The juices, good, yum, full. And then throw that on a plate. Throw some roasted red peppers on this sucker. And then some provolone. if I can get the package open. Alright, apparently we're supposed to go from the other side. But a couple slices of provolone, tuck that in, and then we're gonna use our knife right in the middle, tuck, fold over, boom, right? Now that's one way to do it. That's fantastic. Now some people, what they like, instead, is the whiz. They like the cheese whiz. Oh shoot, come on back. Right? So we ain't gonna do no mayo, no ketchup. We're just gonna ow, 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 ow. Alright, so this is a dip au jus now. But boom. And chew cheese on the top. Get that whiz on top. Right. Remove the whiz. Back over here with the meat and onions. Throw that up in there. Boom. Right, and we sit that down. And more whiz on top. Boom. Whiz of art. Whiz of art over here. Then you get this nasty, messy looking thing. At this point, you can add whatever you want. You can add peppers. You can add more onion. I don't know, add more cheese. And any condiments that you like. But that's a basic Philly cheesesteak right there. And I think we're going to get down to eating this. So, y'all go out, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below of what yours does, how it comes out, and what I should do next. I got a list, so if you don't give me options, I'm just going to pick from the list. Now I got to get started on these cookies. Wish me luck. Heavy out.